Hey guys, Greg with planetgreenzen.com here, and what I'm going to talk about today are 7 tips or tricks to get rid of self-doubt. And for those of you who've never been here before, what I like to do on Planet Green Zen is actually just help inspire the world in 5 main areas of life, which are mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and socially. And I believe by having a holistic yin-yang balance of all of these different areas, we can actually become more of a peaceful human race and actually start to serve more and more people to help them do the same thing. And then before we know it, we'll be at world peace. Now, I know that's a crazy idea. And again, it may not happen in my lifetime, but I believe by these principles that myself and others are doing across the globe, it will definitely pay off. And again, thank you guys for joining. If you, again, haven't been here, please like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Planet Green Zen's YouTube channel, audio blog that I'm doing right now. And we can go ahead and jump right into it. So again, today what I'm talking about are 7 ways to stop, how to overcome self-doubt in 7 steps. Apologize for that. So again, number 1, and again, these are just my opinions and things that I've done personally just to help me change my mindset. There's so many more things out there, but again, this is just a start to help you start to add on more to it. So number 1, write down 6 to 12 things that you are grateful for every day. And it may sound a little weird to people, but it definitely, by doing this, it actually help you have more of a positive mindset versus a negative one. So if you come home every day from work or school or a long day and you just write down again 6 to 12 things that you're grateful for that day, you will start to notice that whenever you have any type of negative thought or feeling that comes into you, you would actually be able to combat it with things that you're grateful for. You'd be like, well, yeah, this happened to me today, but I'm grateful for this. Like, for example, let's say if you are out commuting and someone cuts you off in traffic, we all know how that can make us very angry, but then you get angry for a few seconds, but then your positive security trigger will pop in and kick in and say, hey, well, luckily you did not get in an accident. You're still safe. You still have a car to drive in, whatever it is just, you would think of the positives versus the negatives, and you'll see how quickly that negative thought would just disperse and not even exist anymore. The second tip is understand that failure is a part of the growing process. So in order to grow and become the better version of yourself, you must fail to understand and appreciate successes. Again, guys, with this one, there's a saying that says failure is the definition of failure is not failing, it's quitting. So becoming successful involves failing. I know it doesn't feel good. We don't like doing it. But when you think about it and look back at your prior failures, it actually does make you a better and stronger person and wiser. So then you can pass that knowledge on to other people. So you actually will become a natural mentor to others who are starting to go down that path or journey, and maybe they have a hiccup or bump in the road. You could just pour knowledge into them and confidence and inspiration just so they can actually feel better, and then they could keep going forward. So a great example of this is, let's take a baby, for example. Maybe by the time the baby's, 4, 5, 6 months, they start to, crawl, and then from there they lead to beginning their first steps of walking. Now imagine if a baby had all the preconceived paradigm programming to them to where they fail at something the first time, they just give up and quit. We would all be slithering on our bellies like snakes, guys. And I may have brought up this example before, but a baby has none of that preconceived negativity in their mind. So they are happy. They fall, they laugh and giggle, get back up, fall, get back up, try to walk, fall. So they do it over and over again until one day they're balancing. They're walking one step in front of the other, one foot, another foot, and they're walking. And then that leads to us being gymnasts and being able to ride bikes and all this other stuff that we evolved through. But it all started with those first beginning steps where it took a lot of times, I don't know how many, couple months or so to fall and fail and get stronger with our leg bones and muscles. But then we were able to hold ourselves up and walk and stay balanced. So again, just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, number 3, in your house or office or bathroom or wherever you spend a lot of time, I recommend printing out positive quotes that you actually can put up around your house or room. So every room you walk in, they have different positive, motivational, inspirational quotes that you can actually look at every day, just to keep reminding you that, don't give up. So I'm in my office right now at home, and every corner of my wall, I have at least 2 different quotes on each wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have like 8 quotes on my wall, 2 per wall. And I look at those all the time just to remind myself to keep going and never give up. And it definitely does help. And it helps just again, just dilute that negative energy that's been built up in you from time to time and years. And you can just help, wash that away. Again, I like to say when people say, when you start to change your mindset and really start to speak differently, you're going to have people in your inner circle, whether it's family or friends, they're going to tell you that, hey, you've been brainwashed, or, you be careful, you're being brainwashed. And what I like to say to that is like, yeah, I am washing my brain of all the gunk. My brain is being washed of all the gunk. So that typically makes people laugh, and then you can just move on from there. Alrighty, number 4. Surround yourself around other positive and successful people and hear their stories of inspiration, just to know that you are not alone. And I believe by doing this, because again, a lot of self-made successes, whether they're millionaires, billionaires, or just, athletes, gymnasts, whatever it is, a lot of people who are self-made, again, had struggles. They grew up poor, and they can you can find someone that you click with that relates to your story. And then you can see, well, this person is here. They started where I am, even worse, maybe, but they just never gave up, and they kept persisting and being consistent and just going through that negative gravitational pull that tries to hold you down, like crabs in a bucket, that analogy. So again, just go find these people. If it's on YouTube or in person, just go to things like that and find these inspirational people who are successful now, but they did go through struggles. Because a lot of times when we see successful people, we only see their successes. We don't see their journey that it took them to get there. We only see the end result. So we have these preconceived notions in our mind, like, well, this person was successful, they were lucky, they got a handout. But it's like, no, they went through failure, working at restaurants, were doing double shifts, being exhausted, but they just never gave up. And that's key to being successful, guys. All right, we're almost done here. Number 6, maybe invest in a genuine self-development type of training or course. Now, there's a lot of things out there that tries to get, again, hey, join this course for only 30 grand or 40 grand. Now, I'm not saying that all those high priced courses are scams or anything, but just, especially in the beginning where you don't have a lot of money, I mean, that could be, you ultimately will have to make the decision yourself. Now, if there is something out there that is high priced, but you truly feel it is of value, you might have to take a risk and actually invest in it. Now, if it turns out to be a dud, hey, you learned a lesson. And again, when you're on your way to success, you will spend a lot of money. Trust me. You will spend a lot of money. Now, don't let that discourage you. It just, they say it takes money to make money, but that's just part of your growing process. As you spend money, you will either gain monetary value back or just some type of wisdom that can never be taken back. So again, just look at it from a positive light. But again, go find some type of self-developing course or workshop or something to attend that, just so you can actually start to develop yourself. Alrighty, guys. And last but not least, number 7, you may want to try to meditate on a maybe weekly basis, just to help clear out all of the negative junk that has piled up in your mind over time. Because like I said before, we all have these paradigms. I have a video on what's a paradigm. You should watch that. And, the subconscious mind, how to actually reprogram it. But again, we have these preconceived, these programs into us that actually prevents us from being successful. And I think by meditating and just clearing your mind of the gunk and letting the positive energies and universal intelligence hone in and soak into you, you will actually become a better person. So guys, again, those were 7 habits that you can actually develop, or 7 tips that you can actually try yourself just to see if it helps you out. So again, if you like those, if you try any before, if you do decide to try these after listening to it, please let me know in the comments below. If you like this, please like, share. It does help this channel out as well, so I can keep producing these inspirational videos to help just enlighten people. And again, guys, that's what I have. So again, please like, share, subscribe to Planet Green Zen's YouTube channel. If you have any questions, you can always just comment below. You can go to planetgreenzen.com, fill out one of the forms there, and I can contact you back if you have a question for me. But again, what I want to leave you guys is with a quote. I'm going to start doing quotes at the end of these. So this one is, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Keep that in mind. Again, I'll say it again. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. So just let that marinate into your subconscious. But alrighty, guys, I hope you had a great time. This is Greg with Planet Green Zen, and we'll be talking to you soon.